Hi, Rachel here from craving-some-creativity.com. With Valentine's Day coming up, I wanted to show a simple project that I made for my son's class. So today I'll be making little candy pouches. The candy is actually inside here that you can give to friends or classmates. It's a real simple, easy, cheap project. I think for 20 of these I spent $2.20 all inclusive, including the candy. So for supplies to make these, first I cut out several of the shapes actually with my silhouette cutter. The cut files are on the website for free download if you're interested. But also you could use like a Cricut, or I think even Spellbinders probably has Nestabilities or Sizzix, to anything that will cut a heart shape, and then you could put stamps if you wanted to for the tag. You also need a stamp of your choice. For this I went with the Flourish stamp. It's an older one from Hero Arts. And two types of distress ink. I'm using worn lipstick and spun sugar. There is stitching as sort of a decorative accent. It's optional, but I got embroidery thread for that. As well as, of course, the candy, which the candy was by far the most expensive of this entire project. So with my silhouette, I cut out 2 hearts for each one, as well as the background tags and the lettering. So I took the tag, and then I actually just ran, after I cut out the letters, I just ran them through my Xyron's Create a Sticker Maker, which made it easy, but you could just glue them on. Ran them through that and put them on. And pretty much put this aside because it's done. So then I take one of the 2 hearts and my stamp, ink it up, yep, I don't think I got it quite wide enough. Bottom. There we go. I just go all the way around the edges, make sure it's even. For this I used actually just basic printer paper for the hearts. The reason being, I want them to be easily tearable, because we're talking about 4 or 5-year-old hands, so we want them to be able to rip them open. You could use craft paper, would also work. As well, I wouldn't use cardstock or anything heavy because it's going to be much harder to rip when you have 2 of them together. So I just went with printer paper. Then we're going to take the spun sugar and I'm going to distress the edges. And that just is to mostly like highlight the tag and where it says "You're sweet." All the way around. Not getting a lot of ink for some reason. I probably need to ring-ink this. I'm not going all the way into the center, it's just the edges. So there's that. Now I take the back. We don't have to do the back because it's going to be on the back, so we're just going to take some glue. This is for the stitching. If you don't want to do the stitching, you would just glue around the edges. Like I said, it's optional. It's mostly for decoration. Glue all the way around. You want to leave a space right up at the top because that's where the candy is going to go in. Since I'm stitching, I'm just going to put a couple of glue dots around it just to keep it in place while I'm stitching. And then I'm going to take I have a paper piercing mat, and I'm going to do, these are just little dotted lines around the edges. So I'm going to put sort of a little row of holes, evenly spaced. See if you can see that. all the way around. And I'm going to continue to go all the way around on both sides, like I said, leaving some space up at the top. I have one done already, so you can see all of those along the sides. And then I'm going to do the stitching. For the stitching, you want to start from the back, the way through, because you want both. You'll leave a little tail here, and hold that with your thumb. And you'll go all the way around, so you'll follow each hole. Now you want to make sure with this that both tails are going to be on the back side. Looks like I got one caught. Going to be on the back side here. So usually what I do is I checked it around here, and I made sure that all my hole spaces were correct so that I would be punching it through on the last hole. So in the last hole I would be going to the back, and I would also have a tag, or a little extra in the back. And that's usually after it's sewn through there. You can open up the center. Let's see. You can open up the center right there and pop your candy in. And then tie off the back in a nice little bow, or even just a knot if you want to. And then all you have to do for the last thing is take your tag and glue it right on top there, and it's done. Hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching.